What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are back with another video. Welcome back to Angra Tuesday, and welcome back to another album reaction. So this time it's going to be Temple of Shadows, and I was left with kind of a difficult decision. I asked you guys what you wanted, and Temple of Shadows was overwhelming popular demand. That's what you guys wanted the most, and so therefore I will honor it. We're going to do it, but I asked specifically that if this was the case, if you guys would want me to do a full album reaction and just re-listen to all the songs that I have, or just react to the ones I haven't done. And I was kind of left with a difficult decision, and I sort of had another dilemma with Dream Theater's Train of Thought album. And so I decided what I'm going to do from now on, from albums that I have already heard, I am just going to re-listen to it anyways because I regret not re-listening to This Dying Soul just to complete the album. So therefore, we're going to be re-listening to the songs that we have already reacted to, and we're going to be listening to all of them in order. This is the way that I will do things from now on. The ones that I have heard, I will re-listen to just for completion's sake, and I will probably end up privating the older videos simply because they weren't as good. I was doing a lot of pauses in them, and overall it was a pretty bad quality. I was recording stuff on my phone, and so therefore the quality was not good at all. So therefore we're going to be listening to everything from now on, Dream Theater, Angra, Megadeth, if I decide to do an album reaction. Anything that I've already heard, when I do an actual album reaction, I'm going to re-listen to them in the album. So in its proper place. So therefore, we're going to be starting that trend with Temple of Shadows. So without further ado, we're going to listen to, let's see, how many songs are on here? There's quite a few, actually. I'm trying to see exactly how long each of them are. So it looks like, I think we'll do 4 videos. We'll do 4 songs in this one. We'll do Deuce, Lee Volt, Spread Your Fire, Angels and Demons, and Waiting Silence. That's what we're going to do this video. We're going to split it probably into 3 parts. I think there's 12 songs. There's a lot more. We may have to split this into 4 parts. But we're going to listen to 4 songs in the first one. One's just an intro, then we're just going to do the other 3. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm pretty excited to listen to this in its entirety, because this was my first experience with Angra, and I really loved them. This is what really made me get into them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This one is Deuce Lee Volt. Deuce Lee Volt, and I believe that means God will, or God wills, or something like that. Got a really creepy intro. Alright. This was either the first one I heard or like one of the first ones I heard. Amazing song. Oh, I miss this classic style of Angra. The stuff I first listened to. I believe this was Edu. Wagon. Sorry for that. And there we have it. That was Spread Your Fire. I'm actually going to pause it before the next song. Oh, we're going to rewind that. So, one thing, my opinion on this song has not changed. That is one of my favorite songs by Angra. Definitely. Looks like the camera's kind of blurry. There we go. This is definitely one of my favorite songs by Angra. Spread Your Fire is absolutely amazing. There was so many amazing guitar melodies and guitar riffs and guitar solos in this song. It is absolutely amazing, and it is probably one of the best Angra songs I've ever heard. I would say there's only a few that compete with levels of favoritism. A couple were on Rebirth, and a couple were on the last one I just did, Aurora Consurgence. But for the most part, this is Temple of Shadows. I remember this was like my favorite album in terms of like songs. Every single one I heard from this was really, really good. So I actually don't know what this song is. Please don't tell me I exited out of YouTube. I did. Dang it. So one of the things that I had, what in the world? Recently closed. Okay, there we go.
How do you say thank you?
I hate ads. I need to pay for YouTube Red just so that I don't have to deal with this crap. So, I believe Spread Your Fire, and then I believe Temple of Hate, I believe is another, if that's a song name. Yeah, Temple of Hate was another amazing song, sorry. My ear is itching really bad. I don't know why. I was going to get into a little bit of a lyrical analysis simply because I really wanted to see what this song was about. Because that's what album reactions are about. Like, it's about the review as much as the reaction. So he says, woke up to life not long ago. You think your mind is in control. God will take it back someday. I'm not exactly sure what this song is talking about. It could be talking about spreading a plague of some kind. Uh, Glorious, you'll lead the way to free the world from these chains. Glorious, your story now begins. Oh, fire! Unleash the angel of the light. Thank him for bringing us to life. Lucifer is just an. Okay, so this is a song about Lucifer. That's what this is, I believe. We are the only ones to blame. Just look around. I'm not insane. Satan is a child of our God. Glorious, don't be afraid to lead the way with thy sword. Glorious, you are the chosen one. Go. Spread your fire. Okay, so this is definitely about Satan, and I believe it's about spreading his influence across the world, which is interesting. And there was a couple of lines that it was saying in another language that I didn't quite pick up. There was a couple of words that I believe I know, but I don't really know them exactly. So I was gonna type them into Google search to see what they say. Let's see. I was gonna translate some of these. To translate to English. Oh, apparently it's not. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna put Spanish here. This is gonna be a little bit of a longer video simply because I'm trying to detect language. There you go. And then we're gonna do English over here. You guys can probably skip around if you're kind of bored of this section, you guys can skip around to the next song. You won't hurt my feelings at all. Okay. Apparently that's Italian, but yeah, it doesn't come up quite right. Came out the exact same way it went in. So I'm kind of, I don't know. There's a couple of words in here that I think I know what they mean, but I don't really know for certain. So one of the words is victima. I believe that means victim. Mortem, I believe, means dead. And then morte, I believe, means dying, or also it's another word for dead. I'm not quite sure. I'm not Latin. I'm not Hispanic. My Spanish is very, very limited, so I'm not quite sure what this means. Um, so yeah, so there's definitely some things in this song. So it says "Salva era salva victima." I probably butchered that. I apologize. Um, and I don't really know what this is saying. I believe passionis gloria, glorious passion. I believe is what it could mean. I'm not sure. Qua vita mortem pertilit. I'm not really sure what this means. It probably has something to do with the rest of the song. I'm not gonna get too hung up on it, even though I already have. Overall, absolutely amazing song. I definitely think it's in competition for one of the favorites on the album. That and Temple of Hate, I remember. It was either this was the first one or Temple of Hate was the first one. I believe it was Temple of Hate. But let's go ahead and check out Angels and Demons because I'm pretty excited to listen to that one. Got to switch over to where's it at? Why can I not bring this up? I need to get some editing software. I could save so much time and save you guys so much time. All right, we are set up for the next song. Wait, what? Okay, I didn't play it exactly right. All right, let's go ahead and check out Angels and Demons. Pretty excited. Amazing solo. I hear the bass pretty well on this too. Drummer's going off. Holy crap, that song was amazing. We're gonna pause it here, because my ears itching. I don't know what's wrong with it. Um, so I thought this song musically was excellent. There was so many amazing, cool, like guitar riffs, like unusual guitar riffs, stuff that I wouldn't expect out of them. They were kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It seems like they were playing some of the riffs on the off beats. They were playing a lot of the notes on the off beat, and the drums were like playing. It was either the drums were on the off beat like sort of the riff notes were on the off beat, and it had this really cool feel to it. And I thought it was really cool. So the solo in this song was absolutely amazing. That was my favorite part about this song was the solo. It had so much passion and emotion in it. I loved it. It was amazing. Ito's voice on this album is also excellent. I really enjoyed him on Aurora Consurgence. I believe this is Ito. I don't really want to make a fool of myself. I believe it is. So let's start off with a little bit of lyrical analysis. Finish this song with a little bit of a lyrical analysis. I believe this song is talking about angels and demons in sort of a critical way, as in they're not real, God's not real, Satan's not real. Um, or maybe it's talking about God is not who he says he is or something. Because the line that made me think this is it says, "Face the truth, God is not love." So that's like the main like gist of where I'm getting my interpretation from. But it says, dreams, sensations you prove are taken from nature. You'll find those emotions are true in your mind. Um, so I know that a lot of times when people think of God, like there is some sort of like prophetic things that you can get through dreams and that kind of stuff. But what it's saying here is just all in your mind. It's all made up in your head. Those things are naturally occurring, and there's no sort of like spiritual tie to that. Um, and it says, fight against the kingdom of fear. I'm assuming when it's talking about this, it's talking about the fear of God, right? So it's talking about fight against the kingdom of God is what it's talking about. Sooner or later, they'll try to convince you you are wrong. Meaning a person who is like a Christian or something will try and convert you to their religion. And then it says, but I'm not sure. We're just crawling. Uh, and it says, but I'm not sure we're just, and then it like breaks off to the chorus. It says, crawling angels and demons disguised. The truth you don't know, so try to be sure. When your angels and demons arise, face the truth. God is not love. Um, this section is kind of like I don't really know what to make of it. But it says, feel as fluid as life. Love is a rainbow. As much as it seems to be real, it's all in your mind. Now, this is the discrepancy I have, right? Because rainbows are real. They are refractions of light in the water vapor. So I guess it means like there's no like substance to it. Um, yes, you can see it, but it doesn't mean there's any substance to it, is what it could mean right here. But then it says all in your mind. So um, I guess I don't know, because you can feel and you can love in your mind, obviously. So I don't really. I kind of have a discrepancy with this line, and it seems kind of like there's a fault here. Even though I think that what he's trying to say here is really cool. And he says, sooner or later, I'm going to convince that the truth is a lie. There's no judge when we die, only dust. We're just crawling in demon angels and demons disguised. So what this song is basically saying is he doesn't believe in heaven and hell. He doesn't believe in an afterlife. He doesn't believe in Satan and God or angels and demons. Um, that's kind of self-explanatory. Kind of a misleading title, though. I was expecting more of the in support kind, but apparently not. Overall, I think this song had a really excellent point. Um, it can certainly reinforce a certain belief if you have it, and I don't think there's any problem with that. Like I've told you guys before, I try to bring people together with music, not divide it by religions. And if it sounds good to me, I'll listen to it. Doesn't matter if it's Satan, if it's satanic. It doesn't matter if it's Christian. Doesn't matter if it's atheist. I don't care. If as long as it's good music, I'll listen to it. And this is definitely one of those songs where I may not agree completely with it, but I definitely enjoy it and I will listen to it again because it's a good song. It has great musicianship. It has an excellent solo filled with passion. Yeah, that's my analysis of the song. It was awesome. I liked it. Let's go on to, I believe, what's it called? Waiting Silence is what the next song is called.
This Mother's Day,
Ugh.
1-800-Flowers.com.
Overall, I think this album is really cool. I like these sort of like I guess, diversity in the record. There's definitely a lot of different sounding songs. And now that I've learned to appreciate Angra even more, I definitely can hear like the differences in some of their songs. Some of them have more of a traditional sound, like a traditional heavy metal sound. Some have a more, um, I guess, Brazilian influence to them. And this is definitely an album that falls on the Brazilian influence, but even then, it still has a lot of like diversity in the record. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Waiting Silence. I guess it would help if I unmuted it. Okay. Oh, okay. I dig this. There's some really cool synthesizer stuff. That bass sounds nice. Holy crap. Okay. Ooh, nice bass section. There's some cool stuff that they're doing with this guitar riff right here. I believe this is a keyboard. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a guitar. No, I think this is a keyboard. Oh, there's a synthesizer effect on the guitar.
All the secrets of life reveal to my eyes. I can't conceal, and again I fly away to a world where dreams are made. Together we wait in silence. Forever the fight is hungry for your soul.
Oh my god.
Together we wait in silence. Walk the world until you're gone. Life's too short to live in sorrow. Fate is waiting for your soul. Lead a life like no tomorrow. Walk the world until you're gone. It's gonna take us all.
Fate's gonna. Oh, okay. I was like, what did it say at the end there? That was absolutely. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What in the world? Okay, there we go. Holy crap, that song was absolutely amazing. There was so much passion in that song. Edu can really sing with passion, and I'm continuously blown away. Um, I just don't understand why people don't like him. I really don't, because everything I've heard from him was absolutely amazing. Maybe a lot of people said he damaged his voice, he was irresponsible with it, and he damaged it, and it was his own fault. But yet, like, I can't find any fault in it. I really like his voice. Um, so this song, I didn't really quite know what it was, but luckily there is an interpretation of it. It says the Shadow Hunter. Um, th- hmm, I'm assuming this song is this album is a concept album, because it mentions the Shadow Hunter here, but yet the Shadow Hunter is a completely separate song, and I guess all of these songs um, can be sort of like I guess interpreted as the Shadow Hunter's journey. Because if I think about it, spread your fire is about the spread of Satan. Dude, Deuce Volt, I believe, means God wills. I believe that this guy is I'm starting to put pieces together. The Shadow Hunter, I believe, is a crusader. He's a holy knight, and throughout this song, throughout this album, he's starting to doubt his beliefs. He's starting to doubt what he has been fighting for this whole time. Because if I start thinking about it, it's about trying to stop the spread of I guess Satan's influence or whatever. And then he starts to doubt that. He starts to doubt, well, maybe there really isn't, and maybe I'm fighting for a lost cause or something. And then he ends up meeting. So, with that in mind, here's the interpretation of this song. It says, as time passes, the Shadow Hunter falls in love with a Muslim lady and has two sons. He is conflicted by his choice between filling out his destiny or living a normal life. As his anxiety builds, the crusaders of the Roman Catholic Church attack the city where the family lives in. So I'm assuming that he was supposed to have killed this woman, but he fell in love with her and he chose to be with her instead and chose to reject everything that he had been fighting for this whole time to be with this woman. Um, and this is a really cool story. I'm really digging this. If there's nothing to be made here and I'm just like connecting stuff that's not there, I still enjoy it. Like I still enjoy coming up with theories and that type of stuff. Um, so I don't know. That's really cool. If this is a concept record, that's like really cool because I never knew it was. And even if it isn't, like I could still connect dots and make my own interpretations of it. And I think this is really cool. Um, so the Roman Catholic Church was infamous. A lot of people confuse Christianity and the Roman Catholic Church, even though they were both one and the same back in this time. The Catholic Church was evil, right? Because they were just murdering people that they saw fit. The church was being controlled by kings. They were being controlled by kingdoms, and they were using the Roman Catholic Church to spread kingdoms' influences across Europe. And it was terrible. It's a terrible time in human history. It's a very dark time in human history. And that's all I'm going to say on this subject. Overall, this song was absolutely amazing. And even if there's no story to be found here, I really enjoyed this. But I guess I can sort of like make up my own story in my mind because it kind of seems like there's sort of like an interconnected story. He's fighting for something, he's blindly fighting for what he wants, and then it's describing in the next song what he's fighting against. And then in the third song, it sounds like he's starting to doubt why he's fighting and what he's fighting against. And then in the fourth song, he seems to have tried to abandon that life to be with someone. Um, and that's a really cool story, even if it's not there. Um, I guess I can make my own interpretations. Guys, that is going to be all for this video. If you guys are excited for the rest of this album like I am, please make sure you guys drop a like. And if you guys are new here, I try and do Angra every single week, and we are definitely going to be exploring the rest of this album in the weeks to come. I believe there might be 2 or 3 more weeks. Let me count the songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 songs, and I think that I'll probably do them in 2 more weeks. We may do 5 songs the last week. No, I can't do that. Um, I can't do that because there can only be 4 copyrighted songs in a particular video. So I can't do that. I'm gonna have to make one video, uh, 3, I think. I don't know. We'll decide it later. So with that out of the way, guys, I really enjoyed this album so far. Um, like I said, I'm pretty sure I've repeated this several times, but if there's no story to be found here, and it's just individual songs with their own separate ideas, then great. If it is a concept record, that's great, but if it's not, I can still find some sort of connected theme between them, which I think is really cool. So with that out of the way, guys, this has been Christ, and we will see you next week. I am pretty excited, and I will definitely be coming back. We'll see you later.